Imagine dropshipping changing your life and your family's life, not having to worry about going to work anymore, not worrying about the price tag on certain items. That is achievable with dropshipping, because I'm going to be showing you how this beginner went from $0 as a beginner all the way up to $300,000 in revenue with around about a 28% profit margin, meaning that he made just shy of around about $100,000 net profit in his bank account. So I want you to imagine what you could do with around about $90,000 in your bank account that you could use on opportunities, businesses, or even your family. And the reason why I'm saying this is because it is doable, because I'm going to be showing you step by step today the exact strategy that we use for this beginner to go from $0 to $300,000. So I'm going to be showing you how we found the product research criteria. I'm going to be showing you the way we did the website. I'm also going to be showing you how to get creatives for your Facebook ads. And then I'm going to be showing you our brand new Facebook ad strategy that we use to scale the store up to 300K. Now, the reason why I'm making this video comes down to two simple things. Number one, to show you guys that are watching this that are beginners, that haven't seen success, that you can still see success with dropshipping in 2023. Don't listen to those people that are saying dropshipping's dead, you can't make money with dropshipping. The whole purpose of this video is to prove every single one of them wrong by showing you a beginner that's been able to achieve these results. The second reason why I'm making this video, so you can learn from this case study and implement everything into your own dropshipping store, so you can try and recreate these success stories as much as possible. And what I'm going to be doing at the end of this video is I'm going to be interviewing Gorge, who is the beginner in this case study, and I'm going to be asking him all the desired questions that you're probably thinking of right now after I show you the step-by-step strategy. Now, I've decided to do a massive giveaway in this video, so I'm going to be giving away 5 consultation calls to 5 different people for 30 minutes, so you can ask all your questions to an expert. Now, for you to be entered into that giveaway, we need to hit 3,000 likes on this video. You need to leave a reason why in the comment section you want to win these consultation calls. So I'll be announcing all of the giveaway winners on my Instagram story. So with all of that being said, guys, if you're interested in changing your life with dropshipping, then you're definitely in the right place. And if you want some motivation as well, you're also in the right place. But make sure you grab your laptop, your computer, so you can follow along and recreate the success for your own self and for your family. So the first thing that I want to do with you guys is show you all the proof inside of the Shopify dashboard, because I'm all about 100% transparency and honesty on this channel. So if we look at the Shopify dashboard, you can see the date range here in the top left. Now, if we actually look at the chart to make sense of this, around about August last year is when we started to scale the store. And if we look at before we started scaling the store down, which is around about March time, which is around about 2 months ago, which is around about 8 to 9 months, you can see we generated around about $200,000. Now, if I change the date range here to when we actually first started, it's going to equivalent to around about $280,000 with around about the 28% profit margins. And you can see if you look at the online store sales, it's around about 234. Draft orders is around about $200 for those that are wondering if there's draft orders. Now, what I'm going to do is I'm going to refresh this whole screen so you know this is completely real. And as you guys can see, it stayed the exact same. So imagine as a beginner achieving these results in around about 8 to 9 months. Now, if I change these analytics to year to date, meaning the whole of 2023 so far, you guys are going to be able to see it's done around about $140,000. And look at how consistent the revenue has been till we started scaling the store down. Now, the reason why we're scaling the store down is because it's not current prime season for this store. So when prime season comes in around about 2 months, we're going to scale it back up. Now, the reason why this is so important to look at is because if you want to see life-changing results with dropshipping and you want to go full-time, you need consistent revenue. Because if you're seeing lots of volatility, 1 month you're making good money, 1 month you're making bad money, then you're not going to get the confidence and reassurance to go full-time with your dropshipping store. Now, we could have done way bigger numbers with the store, but it would have increased the volatility, and that's not what this beginner wanted called Gorge. He wanted consistency and reassurance. Now, if you look at other metrics like the returning customer rate, it's around about 6.4, which is good. The conversion rate, which is around about 1.75, which is also very good. The average order value was around about $51. And before I move on, just imagine if this was your store and the way this could have changed your life. And the reason why I keep asking you to think like that is because this could be you if you listen and pay attention and also take action. Now, let's talk about the product research method that we use to find this product. Now, I'm not actually going to show you the exact product in today's video because we're still going to scale the store and we don't want any copycats, but I'm going to literally show you like for like what we did. Now, we went to a Facebook ad spy tool called Peakster, and the reason why we use Peakster is because all of our mentoring students get Peakster. Now, Peakster is the industry leading product research tool in my opinion. Now, as soon as you go to an ad spy tool, you can use any ad spy tool. You don't have to use Peakster. What you want to do is you want to go to the filters, change it to select country to United States. You want to change it by sort by most comments. Now, the reason why we're sorting it by most comments is because we want to see which ads have the most engagement, because that means they're going to do very, very well. Now, once you've done that, you want to scroll through all of the ads that are showing up, and it should show you the likes, the shares, and the comments, and that will show you the engagement. And then once you click this little button here, which says Facebook ad, it will take you to the live ad on Facebook. So you want to use your natural instincts when you're scrolling through the Facebook ad spy tools, and whichever one grabs your attention by the thumbnail or what's written in the ad, you want to click on it. Now, you also want to kind of bear in mind the common dropshipping products that you want to stay away from. Your shark slides, flame humidifier, all of those ones you want to stay away from. You also want to bear in mind, what haven't you seen people dropship before? You want to go for products or niches that no one talks about, or you don't hear anyone online showing you. You want to go for something unique. So for example, this one here just popped up. It's called ventodesigns.com. It looks like they're advertising bed sheets or luxury beds. So I'm going to click on the ad. Now, once the live ad shows up on your screen, you want to look at the video that they're using or the images that they're using. Now, this video is just a slideshow video, so it's nothing special. And what you also want to do is you want to also pay attention to the shop now button and open their website in a new link. So I'm going to click open link in new tab. So I'm going to take a look at that in a minute. Then I'm also going to go through all the comments, and you can sort it by most relevant, newest, and all. Now, I go through most relevant and newest, and what I'm looking for when I go through these comments is I want to see if people are tagging their friends. I want to see if people have bought this product and then leaving feedback on the store. Then I'm looking for what other questions people are asking. So this woman's asking how much it is. These people are saying that they've ordered but they don't know how to track it. There's loads of people asking how much the set is. So these are the types of things that I need to know about for when I sell the product. Now, the most frequently asked questions in the comments is, do you ship to this country? How much is shipping? So I need to address that if I'm going to sell this product on my website or in the ad, everything they're going to ask. That way I'm going to limit it, and that way I'm going to get higher conversions. Now I've gone through all the comments. I want to then go on the website, which I've opened up in a separate browser, and I want to see what they're doing. Now, by just having a quick glance at their website, it looks like they're in the luxury bedding niche or luxury home furniture niche, and you can see that they're selling these for around about $200, $300. So they must be making some seriously big profit margins on these items. Now, there's no guarantees that this is a drop shipping store. The easiest way to work out if it's a drop shipping store is by going on their shipping countries, frequently asked questions, and looking to see what their delivery times are. If it's above 2 weeks, it's drop shipping. If it's under 2 weeks, then it's more likely to be around about e-commerce, buying in bulk in fulfillment centers. Now, these guys are saying that they're doing around about 7-day delivery. So it's either an e-com brand or they're buying it in bulk, getting it fulfilled through a fulfillment center through them. That way they're getting quicker times. Now, either way, it doesn't matter if they're drop shipping or not. I'm pretty sure we can find very similar designs to these or the exact same ones. So as you guys can see, I'm on AliExpress and I've searched for bedding. I've filtered it by best reviews. Now, I'm not using AliExpress to source the product. I'm using it as a directory to find the product. And you can see I've already found a similar product here. 500 plus orders, 5-star reviews, top selling. And this looks very similar to what they're selling. If I keep scrolling down, I found another design here that looks very similar to theirs. Even the photography looks similar. This one here also looks very similar. And we're buying them between $25, $70, and this one's around about $35. So if we go back to their website, that means that if it's the same website selling the same stuff, their margins are very, very big. And that's very important. And I'm going to cover that in a minute because margins are everything when you're doing paid ads. Now, I haven't just finished there. I've also searched for luxury bedding, and I'm starting to find some really expensive ones now that look really nice and very similar to the ones on there for $1,000. Now, I'm not saying you should sell the ones for $1,000. I'm just saying that you can see similar ones coming up. You don't want to just finish off one search term. You do want to search for a few others. See, I've just found this one here, which is like a goldy colored one, which is around about $20. The reason why I'm doing this is to find as many designs as I can in a decent price zone. Now, something else that I need to do on Peakster to validate the product and income is go back to Product Explorer. So this is a feature right here. You want to go to the search bar, type in the name of the product or the niche, and then you want to click search by sales or income. And you can see I'm finding around about 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 different websites that are making $38,000, $73,000, $10,000, $4,000, and these are all different stores. Now, why is that important? If we look at the image and the product, they are very similar to the ones that they're selling here on this website. This is very similar. This is very similar. All of these are pretty much identical, if not very similar. Why is that important? Because if 4 other stores that are selling them are also making good money, why can't can't I make good money? So this is just me verifying the income from other stores to give me confidence to sell the product. Because at the end of the day, if these were coming up, but these stores were only making a few $100s, then that would probably be a red flag for me and I'd stay away from the product. Now, something else that you can do on Peakster to get loads of proven data is to go to track stores, enter the name of the store, and then you're going to see it come up here. Now, I've just added this one here, but it does take 24 hours to populate, and it'll tell me the income they're making this month per day, and then it will also show me more information. Now, I will put a preview on the screen once I get it. Now, here's another example. It's a totally different store, but I'm just trying to show you the point. So it's showing me the turnover for the month, their best sellers, the image, the sales, the income. This is really important. It's also showing me the last orders, the time, the date, exact price, and what the product is. Now, the reason why this data is so important is because it's real data proven by money. That way, if I go back to their store and know which one's selling the best, maybe this one's their best seller, maybe this one's made them the most money, that's going to help me come up with ideas when I choose which one to go for. Now, it's also going to show me what advertising networks they're using, what apps they've got installed, and this is all data that I need to know to help me make decisions because it's based on income and it's also based on proof. Now, the truth is, and I always say this, there's no real way to prove or to verify if a product's actually going to make money until you start spending money on the ads and let them run a few days. But by using this criteria and doing everything I've just shown you, it's going to really help verify the product as much as possible. Now, for those that are probably wondering or potentially going to ask if Peakster is a paid tool, yes, of course it is a paid tool, but it's by far one of the cheapest, if not the cheapest, for what you get. And all of those features are important to make good decisions. And you can see by using a tool like that, you're going to get better quality products and better data. Now, there's nothing wrong with using free methods. It just means that they're limited to the data you can get and the discovery you can use. Now, make sure you sign up to Peakster before May the 30th so you can lock in the price for $19.99, because after May the 30th, you will be paying a higher price for those features. And I believe this video will be coming out on like May the 25th or May 26th, so you've got time to subscribe before the price does go up. Now, something else that you guys need to do is go to a ROAS calculator. Now, this is the free one on e-commerce mentoring / dropshipping calculator. Now, the reason why you need to look at a ROAS calculator is this is going to help work out how much money you can play with when it comes to when you advertise the product, because it's not just about making sales, it's about making profit, and that's the most important part of changing your life with dropshipping. Now, we need to work out what the perceived value is for a product like ours that I'm using as the example. So I'd recommend that you go to Google, type in the name of the product or similar names to the product, and look at how much they're going for on Google Shopping. Now, these are very similar to the products that I'm going to be selling on Google Shopping. Now, these products that are coming up on Google Shopping are very similar to what I'm going to be selling. So this one right here is very, very similar to this, and we want to see how much they're selling it for. $130, $200, $300. So roughly the average price for the perceived value based on Google is around about $100 to $150. Now, the reason why I want to work this out is because if they're selling it for that kind of price and I'm going to be buying the product for, let's say, $20 to $30, that means I could go all the way up to $99.99, which is almost $100, and easily get away with it because the perceived value on the market, meaning that people that know these kind of prices are willing to pay this kind of money. Now, we need to go back to our ROAS calculator to work out how much money we can play with in terms of advertising. So let's say the cost of goods is $25, meaning how much we're buying the product for, including shipping. Let's say $25. Let's say we can sell it for $79.99. That means our cost multiplier is 3.2, profit margin's 55, break-even ROAS is 1.5. So that means we got $55 to play with on ads. So that means even if I spend $30 to acquire a customer, I'm still going to make $25 roughly, even if it costs me $40. Now, of course, you want it lower the better, but that means we got more room to play with. Now, remember, based on the perceived perceived value on Google Shopping, I could technically go all the way up to $99.99. Now, I don't recommend pushing it like that, but it moves my margins up to $75. Now, the reason why I don't recommend pushing it so high is because you want to start at a modest price, and then once you start seeing success on ads, slowly increase the price till you see resistance, and then lock the price in at the best converting price. So let's say I start at $79.99 and I'm able to get it up to $99.99, and that's the best conversion rate plus profit, then I'm going to lock it in at that price. I hope that makes sense, but you must be using these calculations before wanting to advertise a product so you know what kind of numbers you can play with. Now, if you remember me showing you the Shopify dashboard in the beginning for all the proof, you would have known that the beginner for this store that's took it from 0 to 300k, his average order value was around about $54.99. So that means that he was buying the product for around about $5, as I know. That means that the margin that he had to play with was around about $50. Now, the reason why I'm showing you this is because the higher that you get this based on the perceived value, the more likely you are to make profit margin. Now, the last thing that you're going to want to do is go to Amazon and try and find these products on Amazon, literally the same ones, and see what the reviews are on Amazon to see if they match the ones on AliExpress. Because the truth is, the AliExpress reviews aren't as trustworthy as the Amazon ones, and you only want to be selling products that are good quality. That way you're not going to get refunds and loads of chargeback. Now, with all of that being said, guys, that's the product research part of this video done, and let's now move on to the website design. Now that moves us on to the Shopify store layout and design. Now, George, who is the beginner from this case study, used Debutify. It's a completely free theme. They do have some paid add-ons, but the free version is completely fine. Now, Debutify is really good for creating niche stores and general stores. One product stores I don't recommend, but for niche and general stores, we highly recommend it. Now, you can see this is a demo version of it, and you can see what you can do with the kind of theme using Debutify, and it can look really nice and trustworthy. Now, if you look at the layout, it does look very similar to the layout on the luxury bedding website. Very simple, but very aesthetically pleasing. Now, if we look at the product page, this is what your product page can look like. You've got all these trust information here. You've got add to wish list, add to quick compare. You've got the countdown timers. You've got the size charts all integrated. You've got all these drop down menus. So they've got some really nice features inside of Debutify to help you with your niche store. Now, I'm not going to be going over a full how to build a store with Debutify because I've made loads in the past, so I'll leave them linked in the description. I just thought I'd show you which theme that we use for this store so you know. So Ecom King family, before you start your Shopify plan, make sure you use my exclusive link in the description and in the pinned comment, as you can see on the screen, because you're going to get an exclusive offer. So let me explain. You're going to be able to get 2 months for $2, so $1 per month for 2 months, which means you're going to be saving around about $60 because normally it's $29.99 a month. You're also going to be eligible to get $50 in app credit on Shopify, and you're also going to get exclusive content from the Ecom King myself. So when you sign up using my link, you will get an email from Shopify, and on that email there will be a link to my exclusive content that I do not put on YouTube. Now, that email will be going out at the end of the month, but as long as you're subscribed through my Shopify link, then you will get that email at the end of the month. Not just that, but it helps support the channel by using my exclusive Shopify link. So make sure you check it out in the pinned comment and in the description below. Now, when it comes to the apps that we used for this store, I will leave an image of the apps on the screen, and we used every single one of them. Now, I'm not going to show you in this video also how to set them up because I've made a free course teaching you how to set every single one of these apps up. I'm just showing you them so you know that we do use every single one of these apps, and every single app that's being shown on the screen right now, they're not just there for the sake of it. We do use them, and if you're not using these apps or you don't have them set up, then these are reasons why you're not seeing success. So guys, you just saw the important apps on the screen that we used within this case study. Now, I just want to quickly go over 2 really important apps. Now, the first app is called AutoDS. Now, AutoDS is the app that we use to import products from all our suppliers, AliExpress, CJ Dropshipping, you name them, into our Shopify store to get automatic fulfillment. So how AutoDS works is once you get a plan with them, they do offer something like a 30-day free trial so you can try them out. As soon as you subscribe, you can integrate your store. You should see your store name here, and then you can see here products. You can import your products through this section here, and then if you go to the settings section and then go to where it says supplier settings and then you go to orders, you can then do automatic fulfillment through process orders through the AutoDS service, or you can use this one here. Now, what this will do is once you get an order through your Shopify store, you will not have to click any buttons to fulfill the orders. AutoDS will do it all for you automatically. You don't have to worry about clicking any buttons for your customers to receive their products, and they will also update all the tracking numbers through this service. AutoDS doesn't just offer that really powerful feature, they also offer automations based on pricing, when you want to change certain things on your product page. They offer loads of really cool features, like for example, bulk importing, so you can import loads of products at once. There is so many cool features within AutoDS that can help you when importing products, managing your products, and loads of other things. So make sure you check them out in the description below. Now, the last app that I want to quickly touch on is UpPromote Affiliate Marketing. Now, you guys don't take this app serious enough, and this is what's stopping you from growing your business organically. Now, we've been using this app for around about 3.5 years. We started using it at the start of 2020, and what this app does is it allows you to manage your own affiliate marketing app. It allows you to manage your own affiliate marketing through your Shopify store. So they do offer a 14-day free trial, and I'd recommend that everyone tries it out. And if we look at what you get, you can see you can manage all your dashboards through affiliates, how it all works, the commissions, how to get coupons for your affiliates. You can see how it looks throughout the dashboard. You can do growth, you can do management, you can give them content to promote as affiliates, you can onboard them. So this is what it will look like if an affiliate comes to the sign up dashboard. They can see the benefits that they're going to get if they become your affiliate for your Shopify store. You can create custom offers, custom coupon codes. You can also do automated tiers. So if they make a certain amount of money, they automatically go up a tier and then they make even more money. That way it incentivizes them to go out there and get loads of customers for you. Now, the reason why affiliate marketing programs are so powerful, it allows you to maximize the money that you're spending on paid ads or customers. Because if, let's say, somebody comes to your website but they don't buy anything, but they see an opportunity to make money through your affiliate program, they might go down that route. Let's say somebody comes to your website, buys the product, falls in love with it, they might want to then affiliate it by sharing it with their friends and make money. So that's why it's important you don't sleep on affiliate marketing, because if you set it up, and I have made a completely 1-hour tutorial on how to set up UpPromote properly on your Shopify store, as long as you follow that strategy in that full case study video, which I'll be leaving in the description, then you will have an automatic affiliate marketing program that will work as long as you set it up correctly. So just by having that set up on your Shopify store, if you're spending thousands of dollars a month on ads, it's just going to naturally look after you over time. Even if you get 5 affiliates a month, 3 affiliates a month, you don't know what that could bring you in organic traffic and organic sales. And the reason why I recommend UpPromote the most is because they've got the best software and best features, and they've been around for a very, very long time, and they've got a really good track record. So if you use my link in the description, you will get a discount and a free trial. Now let's talk about getting content for your Facebook ads and the Facebook ad strategy. I'm going to be teaching you a brand new strategy that I haven't spoken about on this channel. So when it comes to getting content, you need to go back to your AliExpress supplier or directory for the product, and you want to go on their landing page and get their content. Now, I should have mentioned this in the product research section. I don't know if I did, but when it comes to choosing a product, you should only be choosing products that have got good quality content. Don't worry if the images are a little bit grainy or low quality. I can show you how to fix that in a minute, but you can see these type of imagery are really nice and high quality and congruent, and you can see they've got all this type of imagery for every single one of these options. If I scroll down, you can also see in the description they've got really nice imagery that I could use in my ads. And if I open up a different seller, you can see they've got really nice imagery again in their description. And if you use a Chrome extension called AliSave, I pay for this, I don't get sponsored to say this, you can download them all within a zip file and then use them. So you just want to make sure that you go through all your suppliers' websites, grab the content off there, because we are going to be running image ads, carousels, and video ads. And you can also see that this supplier has got a video for me that I could also use and download using AliSave. Now, if there isn't any videos or good videos on your supplier's website, or even if you ask them and they haven't got any, you can go to social media like TikTok, YouTube, and Facebook, search for the product name and download other people's content, and then you can use that content and rip it apart. I'm not saying like for like, I mean you'd have to rip little sections out from loads of different videos and then put them together, and you're only using this to start with to test the product. Now, I use a company called Viral Ecom Ads, I'm not being paid to say this, to create my content to test products with. So I send them the link to the AliExpress product that I want to test, and then their editors create the content for me. But I also want to make it very clear here, guys, that image ads and carousel ads can work better than video ads on Facebook a lot of the times, especially for a product like this. Images would perform perform way better than video. It doesn't mean that I'm not going to be trying videos for this product, but I know a lot of you guys underestimate image ads and carousel ads. Now, as I was saying to you before, even if the quality of your images from the supplier are bad, but they're a good format and design, you can come to this website here called Neural Love/images. I'll leave a link in the description, and it's completely free to use for a few credits. I'm not being sponsored by these guys. I just use them for my own ads. And what you can do is you can go to Image Enhancer and you can upload your image, and then you can increase the quality. So if I go to my files, I have pre-uploaded one. You can see here, main image, click to preview. You can see the before and after. So this was the image before. You can see it's quite grainy, a little bit pixelated. And then after I use this tool, you can see it's made it a lot more nicer just by looking at the curtains, just by looking at the carpet. You can see how the quality is drastically gone up. Now, the reason why I'm asking you guys to do this is even if your images aren't that bad like this one, just by using it, you can see how much better it makes it look. And when you're going to be running image ads and carousels on Facebook, every little bit of detail in terms of drastically being improving will make a difference. Now, these guys don't just offer image enhancing tools, they also offer video enhancements. So you can turn a 720p video into a 2K video, to a 4K video, and you can see you can upload the video here, and you can see the before and after, how much better it looks before and after, and the results are pretty crazy. Now, the truth is, a lot of social media videos that you're going to be downloading, AliExpress videos that you're going to be downloading, are pretty bad quality like this, and then by using this service, you're going to get them to look a lot better. And that's why I'm recommending you do this. It might take a little bit of time, but it will drastically increase the quality, which will help the quality of your ads. So guys, once you've got your content ready, which should be your images for your image ads and carousel ads, and your videos, whether it be from viral e-com ads or you making them yourself, we can move on to this brand new Facebook ad strategy. So the first thing that you need to be doing is creating a testing campaign, which is going to be one ABO campaign, ad set budget optimization, 5 ad sets, 5 interests, 3 creatives per ad for each one of these ad sets. So if we go back into the Facebook Ads Manager, what you want to do is you want to hit the create button. You then want to go to where it says sales. You want to hit continue, and you do not want to use Advantage Plus shopping campaign. Make sure it says manual sales campaign. This is a new feature through Facebook, which is really good for scaling, but it's not good for testing. So make sure you use the manual sales campaign. Now, if you guys are having issues with your Facebook ad accounts getting banned or your ads not being approved and they're getting rejected, then that might mean that you need an agency ad account. Now, a lot of people are suffering from this, and the best resolution is just by getting an agency ad account. I have had 0 issues when it comes to ad delivery in terms of them being rejected. Ad account bans have been really good, touch wood. Now, I'd recommend that you use an agency ad account only if you're getting these issues, and the company that I'm using is called Scale Affinity. I'll leave a link in the description. It's not a promotion, guys. I've spent almost $100,000 with just this ad account agency because I use it for all of my e-commerce brands and dropshipping stores. I'm literally just giving you guys my plug right now, so I hope you appreciate it. And when it comes to using agency ad accounts, they do charge a small fee. So whatever you spend on a monthly basis, it can be between 2 and 4%, and they might charge you an initial setup fee, but some of them don't. Now, with that out of the way, let's get straight back into the campaign setup. So you can see where it says campaign name, you want to call it your product name, then test, and then you want to use sales as the auction type. Now, underneath that, you're going to see catalog. You want this turned off, campaign spending limit turned off, ABO turned off, advantage campaign budget turned off. Now, when it comes to your first ad set, you're going to call it $10 because we're going to be doing budget testing within this strategy, and then you're going to call it your interest name. So this is my interest name, so that's why I've called it that. But if you come to conversion location, you want to be website, pixel, you want to make sure that's attached, conversion event, purchase, and then where it says daily budget, set it to $10 on your first ad set. Where it says schedule and start, set it for midnight the next day. And then where it says audience and location, you want to use the e-packet countries minus Brazil, Mexico, and Italy. So all you need to do is Google e-packet countries, copy them and paste them in here, and get rid of those 3 countries that I just mentioned. And then where it says age 18 to 65, gender, all genders unless it's a female only product or male only product. And then detailed targeting, you want to come inside of this box and literally search for something that's related to your product. So because my product is a bedding product, I might just literally search for bedding. And by searching for bedding, you can see literally an interest called bedding/home furnishings is coming up. As soon as you click that, you want to look at the audience size. You can see here the audience size. You want to make sure the audience size is between 10 and upwards. So anything above 10 million is fine. It can go up to 600 million, but as long as the minimum is 10, then you're in the right spot. Then you want to move on to languages and make sure they're on all language. If you don't want to do all language, do English all. Then where it says placements, you want to do advantage placements recommended. And then where it says optimization and delivery, just leave it as the default, which is what I'm showing you on the screen. Then you want to go inside of your ad level. Now, inside of your ad level for the first ad, you want to call it creative one and then image ad. You want to select your Facebook page. You want to go to manual upload, single image or video, upload your first image. And then where it says multi-advertiser ads, you want to make sure this is turned off. Now, I always test this out one day on, one day off. You can do that later on, but initially I do have that one turned off. And then where it says primary text, you want to do a 3-liner going over your product benefits and then a clear call to action. So I might say, for example, introducing our new luxury bedding made out of the best quality materials and the best designs in 2023, 30% off, shop using this link. And that's what I might put in the primary text. Now, where it says headline, this is where you want to build as much trust as you can. So I might put 100 happy customers. I might put 5,000 happy customers. I might put 4.8 star reviews out of 5 stars. Anything about the product. I might put something like unique design. Anything that builds trust or curiosity, I'm going to put it in the headline. And then where it says description, you want to put free track shipping plus low stock. And then where it says call to action, you want to do shop now. Always do shop now. And then where it says website URL, you always want to put your product page URL. If you're doing a collection, then you put the collection URL. But 9 times out of 10, I only recommend it if it's a product page URL. And then what you want to do is you want to duplicate this ad by clicking the 3 icons, click duplicate, and you want to duplicate it 2 times. Now, once you duplicate it 2 times, you're going to see this one here. You're going to want to call it creative 2 carousel ad. Scroll down, select your page again, manual upload, select carousel, and then you want to upload 1 image here and then add another card by clicking add cards, add image cards, and then you want to have 3 image cards. 1, 2, 3. That's the minimum. I never go above 4, always between 3 and 4 image cards. And remember, each image card for a carousel gives you unique headline, unique description, and unique website URL, meaning that each card can have a different one of those. So this card could be different to this card. So what you could do is you could make this card about one option. So it could be like a green color in terms of I could be selling this option on that card, and then on the second card I could be selling this option, and then on the third card I could be selling that option. You don't have to do that. Each card could just be a different image of the product. So for example, the first card could be that image, then the second one could be that image, then the third one could be that image. Those are the 2 strategies that I use when it comes to carousel cards. And then where it says carousel optimizations, I only have automatically show best performing cards first turned on. The rest I do have turned off. And then primary text will be the same thing shown for all of them. And this will appear just above the box right there. Then on your last creative, you're going to call it creative 3 video ad. And then you're going to upload the video by clicking manual upload, single image or video, upload the video. And then again, you're going to create a unique primary text, headline, description, and call to action here. So once you've done your first ad set, guys, and your first set of ads, you want to go to the original ad set, click these 3 icons, click duplicate, and duplicate it 4 times, including the first one will equal 5 different ad sets. Now, once you've done that, you want to go to the next ad set, and the first thing you're going to do is you're going to change the budget. So this one's going to be $15. So this one's going to be $20. This one's going to be $25. This one's going to be $30. So why are we doing that? Now, remember, don't just change the name. Also scroll down and change the budget. So you can see this one here is going to be $30. So you can see this one's $20, this one's $25, this one's $30. Don't just change the name, guys. Make sure you also scroll down and you also change the budget. You can see here, this one's at $30 a day. Now, the reason why we're doing this, guys, is to see which budget performs the best when it comes to conversion rates and in terms of overall success. Now, it might be that $20 a day works the best, and then eventually when we scale, we're only going to be using $20 on all of our ad set. But it's important that you do this to work out which one is going to bring in the best amount of results. Now, what you're also going to be doing within each ad set is you're not just going to be changing the budget, you're also going to be changing the interest. You want to scroll down and you want to hit suggestions, and you want to pick any of the suggestions that are coming up as long as it's an interest, and it will say interest next to it. And as long as the audience is above 10 million, then you can use that interest. Now, once you've changed the budget for the 4 other ad sets and the interest, you want to hit publish. Now, once you've published your campaign, you want to let it run for around about 24 hours to 1 day, and then you want to reassess the data, and you want to turn off any ad sets that didn't get an add to cart after 24 24 hours or if it's unprofitable after 5 days. So if we go back to the ads manager, we go into the campaign section, go to the ad set section. You want to then reassess the ads by changing the columns. Make sure your columns are turned on so you can see this data. You want to go across to add to carts, and then where it says add to carts, if this one doesn't have an add to cart, we're going to turn it off. If this one doesn't have an add to cart, we're going to turn it off. We're going to turn it off. All of these are going to be turned off because they don't have add to carts. You can see this one does, this one does, this one does, this one does. And what you want to do is you want to replace the ones that you turned off. So let's say, for example, you originally had 5 running. Now you only have 1 or 2 running. You want to replace the ones that have now been turned off. So if I've turned off 3, that means I need to now replace 3. So I'm going to go to the best performing ad set, which is this one because it's got 3 add to carts, and I'm going to duplicate it 3 times. Let's say this one's the $25 budget ad set out of all the other budgets. I'm going to keep the budget the same. I'm just going to try a different interest. And then once you've done that, you want to let it run for 5 days. And once those 5 days have gone, you want to make sure that the ad sets are profitable. If the ad sets are not profitable because they're above your break even or above your profit margin, so if you've got $50 to spend and it's gone above 40, you want to turn it off because it's eaten into your margin. Now, if you've spent up to $300 on the overall campaign, so if you go back to the ads manager, campaign, go to where it says budget, you can see here that it says the budget. If you've spent amount above $300 and you're not at break even and you're at a loss, and if you're at a loss greater than $100, so you've spent $300 but you've lost more than $100, then you want to kill the product and move on. Now, if the amount spent is $300 but you're at break even or a slight profit, you want to progress on to the next stage. So the next stage is scaling after 7 sales for 1 interest. Duplicate the ad set 4 times into a new CBO at $50 to $100 depending on the profit that you made. So after 7 days, you want to see whichever one of these ad sets get a sale. So let's say, for example, this ad set here got 7 sales, or let's say this one got 5 sales, this one got 2 sales. I'm going to duplicate the one with the most sales 5 times or 4 times and put it into a brand new CBO. So I'm going to hit duplicate for new campaign, change it to CBO, and then click publish. Now, with the new campaign that you've just launched, the killing methods are still the same. If you've not got an ad to cart after 24 hours, kill the ad set. And if you've spent up to $300 on that campaign overall and not broke even, then you want to kill the campaign. Now, if after 4 days it is profitable, scale by 20 to 30% or duplicate the CBO at $50 or $100. So you can either increase the budget on the CBO or you can duplicate the CBO, turn the old one off, and increase the budget. They're the 2 options that you can use. Now, this is scaling vertically, this is scaling horizontally. Now, sometimes this method works better than this method. You just have to test it out when you scale. So you go back to the ads manager, go to campaign. Let's say, for example, this is the CBO that's working. I could duplicate it, turn off the old one, change the budget on this one, or I could go inside the ad set level and just increase the budget. Or what I could do is I could edit the campaign and just change the budget. So those are the 2 options you've got for scaling the CBO. In this scaling phase, I turn off the ad set that are unprofitable for the last 4 days and replace them with new ones. So after 4 days, let's say, for example, these ad sets here, these ones here are unprofitable. I'm going to turn them off and replace them. Now, what you should always be doing when you're scaling on Facebook is testing new creatives, testing new carousel ideas, testing new everything, new headlines, new offers. You always want to be testing something. So when you scale, you should have a campaign just for testing. You should have 2 campaigns for scaling at minimum. And then if you're scaling even more, you can have more campaigns. But remember the rule that I've taught you. If you've spent more than $300 on a testing campaign, but you've lost more than $100, you need to move on to a new product or do 2nd round of testing. And that means new creatives, new everything. If that doesn't work, you completely kill the product. You have to stick to the rules I'm telling you if you want to see success. So guys, that was the Facebook ad strategy. Now, if that was slightly confusing, maybe watch it on a lower speed or rewatch it. Now, I've also created a written format of the Facebook ad strategy so you can read it as well of just watching it. Now, as soon as we hit 2,000 likes on this video, I'll put it in the pinned comment and in the description below. So make sure we hit 2,000 likes. So now let's get into the interview with George, and I'm going to be asking him some highly anticipated questions that you're all going to want to know. For example, how many products did it take him to see his winning product? So Ecom King family, we've got George here on the call. So I'm going to get straight into it. George, what was you doing before dropshipping?
I just finished, got home from the army because it's mandatory in Greece. I was finishing my bachelor's degree in university, and I was thinking to go abroad to Netherlands to study for a master's degree or to start working, as the economic situation, as many people know, in Greece is not the best. Very hard to find work.
How many products did you test before finding your first winner? Because everyone wants to know. When somebody sees somebody successful in dropshipping, they always want to know the magic number that it took them to see the success.
My fifth was a winner, but it took me a long time as I took my time. It was a 6-month project as one of my products was at a break-even point for a long time, so I was trying hard but nothing worked, so I stopped it, and my fifth one was the best.
So how much money would you say you lost up to the fourth product to see your winner? Was it $300, $500, $1,000?
We had a rule that when we are at a $300 loss, we will stop the product, so 300 times 4.
I love it, man. Straight up cut as it is. And I like the way you've got these strict rules in place to stop you from burning through cash. And if you stick to them, they work really, really well. So that moves me on to, did you ever come to a point in your journey where you wanted to quit and maybe try something else or go back to your normal 9 to 5?
Before I started, I already told myself that this is the amount of money that I'm willing to spend and lose, and that I will try, like, let's say 20 to 30 products. And I was only 4 products in when I got my winner, so I had a long way to go still, so no.
How has dropshipping changed your life so far in terms of your winning store that's almost at $300,000 since you started it? Your net profit was around about like 26%, 28%. So how has this changed your life and your current circumstances?
It has changed my life in a lot of ways. First of all, mentally, like I don't see myself going back for work for a 9 to 5 job. I still live in Greece because otherwise I wouldn't. So I with my friends, with my family, that's the best thing for me that I'm in Greece. And okay, financially, it's a totally different game because it may not sound like a lot to someone from the US, but for Greece, to make the amount of money that I did in this year, and it was my first year in e-commerce, so next year will be much better. It changes everything, man. It changed everything.
I'm glad to hear that, and you don't have to go into crazy details. I can already tell from the emotion in your voice and through your facial expressions how much it's done for you. And even if you're not in a US, even if you lived in the US, the kind of money you made would still change somebody's life in drastic ways. Now, if you were to start dropshipping again as a beginner, knowing what you know now, what would have you done differently?
The only difference, I think, is that I would do the same things, but I would do them much faster. Everything faster. And when I started, I believe that from all the videos I have seen on YouTube, that after 3 or 4 months, your product will die out. Like that's what I hear a lot of times. But it's not the case. Like think about it like long term. Like BlendJet started as a dropshipping business, and look where they are now. So look long term and think big.
Yeah, I definitely agree with that. Now, what tips would you have for beginners today? So those that are just getting into dropshipping, maybe they've tried it for a few months, maybe a year, haven't seen success yet. What would you be telling them in terms of getting them across the line?
To pick one strategy and one strategy only. Don't hop from one thing to the other, like how it's called, the shiny object syndrome, something like that. That choose one strategy and choose how much money you are willing to spend and how many products you are willing to try out. And but be fair, not like $300 and that's it. That's nothing. No one starts a business with $300. Like, put some money in.
What's your future for dropshipping now? You've had your first winning product, you've got your first winning store. Now, what do you see yourself doing in the next 1 to 2 years?
So my product now, it's a brand. I want to, of course, this year the goal is 7 figures, and I would like to open a new store and a totally different niche, just for safety, because you never know. Like tomorrow, something can happen to the Facebook ads or to the store, and it could go all wrong. So a second store would be a good safety.
Very good answer, and a lot of people should think like that. Always have a backup plan, always have a backup platform to advertise on, and etc. Now, what made you choose the e-commerce mentoring program? You could have chose all of the mentorships. And look, if you did take prior mentorships in the past, you don't have to name them. Did you have a bad experience? What made you go with ours in particular?
It was my first mentorship. I had one course, which was very good, not gonna lie. I had seen one other course, which was crazy expensive. I found it for free. Don't ask me how, which was trash. Like it shouldn't be sold anywhere. Very bad course. The other one was good, but I always had second thoughts like, should I do this? Should I do that? And your free information was pretty good already, but what made me join was the two videos, the case studies from Gorge and Suraj. Like, I don't know why, but I really like them. Their humility, like their story, and I don't know, these two videos made me.
And the crazy thing is, and I want everyone to listen to this right now, George watched. George, we got another George, one of our students that's now a mentor, and that person that he watched was the person that mentored him. So a student that came into e-commerce mentoring called George Vieira was successful. His case study is on the channel. I'll leave it in the description somewhere. Then this George, and this George begins with a G, not a J, he then done the mentorship with another George, and now he's been successful, and now he's on the channel. So I'm so excited, George, because you're now going to be doing mentoring within our company, and I can't wait for one of your students to be then featured on this channel. I think it's amazing. And Suraj as well. Suraj was a student of the e-commerce mentoring company. He got successful. He had a video, and now he's part of the mentor and teaching, and he's got loads of successful students. So I just think it's such a crazy cycle. And what would you say to those that are saying dropshipping's dead?
Can't die, because as long as people buy things on the internet, it will be here, because dropshipping is just a fulfillment method. Like, if you think like dropshipping is dead, okay, buy in bulk, get it to your home and ship it from your home. Then it's not dropshipping. But what will change? Like, is it easier to sell a product if it's at your in-house? Like, no, it won't die. Like, as long as e-commerce is alive and people buy online, dropshipping is alive.
George thinks with logic, not emotions. So when he hears things like dropshipping's dead, he thinks logically, not emotionally about it. It doesn't make sense. The only time it would make sense of dropshipping to die is if e-commerce as an industry dies, like Amazon, eBay, people buying things online. And that also brings it back to maybe, George's background, being in the military, being very strict, thinking wise, that makes him like this. But that's why you've got to think more logical and not emotional when it comes to when you approach whatever business you decide to go down.
Yeah, to be fair, I had the same thoughts, of course, like everyone, when I just started learning about this, because I saw it everywhere, like dropshipping is dead, the titles on YouTube videos. But when you understand it, that it's just a fulfilling method, like everything changes. Like, that's when I told to myself, okay, it's time to try this out. It's not BS. Because I have seen dropshipping videos before in 2018, but back then, videos I stumbled across were very bad. The stores looked terrible, unprofessional. I couldn't believe that those stores can make money, so I just thought it was a scam or something.
Yeah. So guys, another good thing that George mentioned was the odds. His odds are the same as your odds. We all have the same odds in this business. It's just down to you if you want to be the loser or the winner. But the truth is, guys, for somebody to win, somebody has to lose. So you can either choose to be the loser or the winner. No one chooses for you apart from yourself. But George, thank you so much for taking your time out today. Everyone's excited to speak to you eventually. And we look forward to having you on the channel again in the future about how you took your brand to 7 figures and everything. So we just want to say a massive thank you. And if everyone in the comment section can thank George for taking his time out to give you all this information, that would be appreciated. So guys, that was the interview with George. I hope you've enjoyed it. I hope it's given you some motivation, and I hope it's made you think that anyone that's watching this can do the exact same and change their life. Now, if you've enjoyed this video, let me know in the comment section below. Don't forget to enter the giveaway, and I hope you guys have enjoyed it, and I'll catch you guys on the next video. Peace out.